destroy my world!
Alright, what is going on, guys? Today we have another Marvel Rivals video for you today. And today is a very special day because we actually got more information about Devil Dinosaur's exact details on all his abilities, and we also got some in-game look on the new skins, including the Battle Pass ones, and we got some new gallery cards going on here. So let's go ahead and oh, by the way, we're gonna be looking at XOX Leak. He's pretty much the one that's kind of like cropping all the tidbits of people playing the beta, the season 8 beta. So make sure you go ahead and give him a follow. So here we go. This is, let me actually open this up real quick. What do we have here? All right, so let's look at the attack. This is the primary. All right, so primary, bite forward, applies a bleed that deals continuous percentage damage. Now, what percent is the bleed exactly? We don't know. I don't believe it's anything too crazy, but there it is. So there you go, applies bleed on his normal basic attack. And then we have the team up ability, Prehistoric Partner. The Punisher rides on top of Devil Dinosaur. While mounted, the Punisher gains damage reduction. Now, see how it says the Punisher gets damage reduction, not Devil Dinosaur. Devil Dinosaur absorbs a portion of all damage inflicted on the Punisher and shares some of his healing received. Okay, so yeah, you're going to be taking a lot more damage with Devil Dinosaur, but at the very least, some of the healing that you receive will also be shared with Punisher, and also some of the, portion of all damage inflicted on the Punisher and share some of his healing received. Okay, so however much healing the Punisher gets, Devil Dinosaur will also receive. Let's look at his passive. He has two passives. It says here, takes reduced damage from critical hits, so that's very important. Takes reduced damage from critical hits. Immune to launch up, knockback, and other displacement effects. Enemies and allies generate less ultimate ability energy when damaging or healing him. Okay, that's very specific. This is pretty much three passives in one. Takes reduced damage from crits, right? He is immune to being launched up and knockbacks and other displacement effects. Now, what does displacement effect means? What is this other displacement effect, right? I'm not too sure. Enemies and allies generate less ultimate ability energy when damaging or healing him. So there you go. And now this is the second passive, Apex Advantage. Gain bonus health when you inflict bleeding and deal damage. So basically it's just doing damage. Do damage and you get shields. Alright, so this is the ultimate, but let's look at the other abilities first. Impact Beam. This is the this is the beam itself. So unleash a devastating beam of energy that inflicts a bleed and slow. Knocks down airborne target. Okay, bro. All right. If flyers weren't already like in such a devastating place in the game, right? I've always said this, like every character is an anti flyer character. Melee characters are anti-flyers, right? Ranged characters like Poke are anti-flyers, and quite literally every character has something to deal with flyers. So there you go. Impact Beam is really strong, does damage, does bleed and slow, and knocks down airborne targets. That's crazy. That's just crazy. And then his F, Frenzied Feast, unleash a flurry of continuous bites, converting the damage dealt into bonus health. Deals extra damage against bleeding targets. Okay, so it seems like this attack does not inflict bleed, so you have to make sure that you do your primary or your beam attack before you do this ability, which is the flurry, which is the multi-hits, right? Because then you'll get bonus health and you do more damage to bleeding targets. So make sure you keep that in mind when you activate this. Buddy Barrier. Activate the heart-shaped generator to expand a spherical shield that blocks incoming damage. Enemies caught within are slowed. Okay, so I'm guessing this is kind of like Rogue when she does the AoE effect, right? So the moment it expands, if any enemies gets caught within it, they're slowed, and then you just have a shield that follows you wherever you go. Okay. So pretty straightforward. You definitely want to use it when you're I mean, of course you can use it as your normal shield, but I think it would also, you benefit a lot from using it when you dive into the enemy lines, right? Because then you inflict everybody with slow, and then you use the beam on top of that to slow as well and inflict bleed. Alright, so here we have the L shift. Savage predation. Dash and pounce on your prey with a vicious bite, applying a bleed. If the target is already bleeding, clamp down before hurling them away. Control effect. What does that mean? Control effect. Does that mean that it's just a crowd control? Like this ability is a crowd control ability? Is that what's going on here? Okay, so you dash and you pounce on your prey with a vicious bite. So we saw this already on the gameplay. This is basically a jump, and you can like bite enemies and apply bleed. If they're already bleeding, you clamp down before hurling them away. So you basically eat them, and you can like turn around and just like throw them away, like a crowd control ability. So there's that. So it does either one of two things. It either applies the bleed, and if they're already bleeding, then it does the crowd control ability. So there you go. And then his ultimate, Devil Beast Rampage, erupt in primal fury, gain a massive movement speed boost while unleashing earth-shattering stomps that launch enemies and apply a bleed. Thunderous roars also emit sonic waves that slow enemies hit and is considered a crowd control. Okay, so let's break it down here. We got movement speed boost, and you do earth-shattering stomps that launch enemies while unleashing earth-shattering stomps that launches enemies. Now it says launches enemies, but where? Up? Like, does it launches them up? Does it launch, like, does it, like, we gotta see this in game. And it applies bleed. Thunderous roars also emit sonic, wait, hold on. Thunderous roars also emit sonic waves. Is that an ability, Thunderous roars? No, I think they're just being, okay, so that's not an ability. It says also emit sonic waves that slow enemies hit. So sonic waves that slow enemies hit. Okay, so I mean, there you go. And inflict slow, you get movement speed boost, you launch enemies, you apply bleed. So yeah, Devil Dinosaur is looking pretty good. I figured he was gonna have a immunity to launch ups and knockbacks. What I'm interested in is the fact that it says right here, it says and other displacement effects. You're immune to other displacement effects. I don't know what that means. Are you immune to Glocktrox? Are you immune to being grabbed by Hulk? Are you immune from being grabbed by Emma? What does this mean? Are you, like, I don't know what this means, right? I don't know. I don't know what this means. So, but there you go. Devil Dinosaur is looking pretty cool. The impact beam is pretty crazy. The fact that it can knock down enemy airborne targets, that's pretty crazy in my opinion. And inflicts bleed and slow. So rip Iron Man, rip Ultron, rip Storm. If there are any of you playing Storm, rip you. And just, yeah. So there's Devil Dinosaur. And now we have this interesting image, which is pretty sick actually, because this is one of the cards that you unlocked in I assume the Battle Pass. So here we have, on the top left, we got the new Star-Lord skin, right, from the Battle Pass. We got the Wolverine as well, which is from the Battle Pass. Oh no, this is not from the Battle Pass. This is gonna be a separate skin in a later date. And then we have default Skin Magic, default Jean Grey or Phoenix, default Rogue, default Gambit. And on the left side here, we have the Battle Pass skin for Gambit. And then here on the bottom left is really interesting. People are saying this is Hela, and I definitely believe it because she got that green like eyes and the markings. I mean, this is pretty much Hela. This is a pretty safe bet that this is Hela. So here we have a look at the new Hela skin, which is pretty cool. We don't see, this is most likely going to be coming in with 8.5 because in the roadmap this does not appear to be the case. And then here, the most obvious two here, we got Psylocke, which is pretty cool. But of course, this is the Marvel Rivals agenda that you need to go. You cannot go without a season. You can't go a season without a Psylocke skin, a Jeff skin, a Luna skin, and a Magic skin. And speaking of which, this looks like Magic, right? Am I crazy? I know there's a lot of skins in the game, so I don't think this is in the game, right? This, This got to be a magic skin, right? I don't know. This could be Angela? No, because it got the sword, right? I don't know. But regardless, this is Psylocke, right? So looking pretty cool. So there you go. And yeah, guys, that seems to be about it. Oh, also there's this picture here. This is what I know it looks pretty bad. But this is the Lord icon for Devil Dinosaur. It looks pretty cool. We don't have an animated version of it posted, but yeah, it's just looking at it, it's gonna look pretty sick, right? You got the fire down here, and his eyes are on fire, so you can just picture it in your mind what this would look like animated. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in